Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year! We are officially in 2024. I'm like really excited. I'll be so honest, before getting in front of the camera, like preparing to like sit down and like figure out what I was gonna say with you guys, I'll be honest, I wasn't about it. I wasn't about it. I was like, I don't really know. I'm not feeling it. But like now that like I'm like fully made up, did my face a little bit, did this really cute like little lip look, which is going to be uploaded in like another video. I'm like, do you know what? Like, I'm super excited. The sun is shining. It's like what, the 3rd of January. Like, a girl is good. A girl is good, and it's 2024. Like, a girl is real good. So in today's video, I basically wanted to like kind of just sit down and like have my very first like video of the year with you guys. So I'm not gonna really go through like goals, how to create goals, like what my goals necessarily are for 2024, because I feel like there's a lot of videos out there where you can find how to like create your goals for 2024. Like, I saw quite a lot of videos on this last year. I saw recently quite a few videos being posted about like how to goal set, and one of them being 12 months in 12 weeks, which I think is a really good concept and something that I'm actually going to look at myself. I generally thought what I would do with you guys today is just kind of sit down and make this video a really short video, just to kind of be like, hi, how are you guys? Like, share with you a few things that I've come across that I feel like is going to make my 2024 a little bit more structured. Also like realizing that the way I've started like this year in comparison to like how I was like last year is a completely different vibe. Like, last year doing this kind of video, I hadn't been on YouTube for like a long time. I wasn't really putting out content. I wasn't really feeling like in the best place at that particular time when I did that video, and like a whole 360 later, like I'm feeling like great. A girl is feeling good. A girl has like put out quite a lot of content last year. A girl had a lot of fun things happen, like met a lot of people, and just in a whole different mindset of where I was like pretty much this time last year slash towards the end of 2022 going to 2023, and where I am now of going to 2024. Generally the things that I was kind of discussing last year still pretty much remain the same, like standing on business, making sure that I like, you know, really being secure in like the boundaries that I'm setting, like being disciplined, being present. Like, those are still a theme for 2024. Like, they're not changing and they're not maneuvering. If anything, we're building on them and creating like stronger foundations within them. So with that being said, I just wanted to basically show you a few things that I've like got on my radar in helping me prep for 2024. So the first thing that I'm like super excited about is actually like a really random find, but like love it. I have yet to actually officially start it, considering we're like now on the 3rd of January, but I will show you. So it's this, which is a gratitude journal, and it's basically a day and a night reflection journal. And I like, when I came across it, right, so quick little story time. A girl was out here like shopping in Costco's, like running around doing like last minute bits, and whilst I was there I came across the book aisle, and I thought, oh, let me have a little look. I want to start reading again. I want to start getting back into like my bag of reading, because I used to read a lot before, and that kind of like took a little bit of a backseat. Like, one, like I wasn't commuting as much, because that's when I would read. I'd read a lot on like my commutes backwards and forwards on the train and things like that to work. That slowed down. 2, I started driving into work, so I really wasn't having the time to read. And 3, I was like, you know what, like a girl just needs to find time, so I want to find a book to start off the new year with, which is going to be my second thing. But when I came across the book aisle, I came across this, which was the gratitude journal, and there was this one, and there was also a wellness journal as well, which was like another way of like manifesting. With this one, I'm just like, feel like I'm rambling about it, not opening it up. It's just basically, it's just a gratitude journal. You know what, we're gonna flip the camera, girl, so you can see. So it's just a really cool way of you being grateful and appreciative for each and every single day. You have like a morning meditation, and then it has like different prompts and questions that it will ask, and things that you can basically put down that you're grateful for, things that you're excited about. And then it has like an evening reflections about things that happened in the day, how you felt, a positive thought to carry me like to my sleep and stuff like that. And essentially you can put in the different dates. And that's basically how it goes through the book. It was literally something that I was like, okay, I definitely need this in my life. Like, I was umming and ahhing whether to go for this one or like manifesting one. But when it really came down to it, I was like, one of my goals last year was to be more present in the moment, which I do really feel like I worked really hard on, and I felt like so much more of a shift with that. And part of that was really like trying to be grateful for like each and every single day, like starting the morning off with like a grateful like thank you like little mini prayer, and ending the night off with a thank you little mini prayer. So with seeing this journal and kind of seeing it having morning manifestations and like evening reflections, I was like, this is something that's going to help me just structure that of what I was currently doing a little bit better. Also it gives me an opportunity to kind of like sit down and like think about what it is that I'm actually trying to be journaling, and like look back on where I was in different headspaces and things like that. So this is going to be my little gem of 2024. I can't actually wait to start it, and I feel like the actual design and like the detailing of it is just like so like, I love it. Like I really love it. So super excited that I came across this. I will insert like the website because they have different kind of journals on there as well. Like this is an ad, like you can go have a look. If you don't want to have a look, you don't have a look. Like I'm not getting any sort of commission from this, but it's something that I just feel like is a really good tool that I thought I'd share with you guys. The other book that I actually found and I'm going to be starting reading this year is The Diary of a CEO. So one podcast that I really got into last year was watching The Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett's podcast. Like I came to the ball game really late when it comes to like watching The Diary of a CEO podcast, but I'm grateful that I got there, one, and two, Stephen Bartlett was always on my radar anyway as a person. I knew who he was, but I just never really sat down and watched like full episodes of his podcast. I've seen like mini clips. So then when I came across this book, because I like him as a person and I feel like he's a innovative individual with like a lot of great ideas, and just the kind of different topics and the people and the guests that he speaks to and speaks of and speaks about, I was like, I feel like this book will be great. And essentially this book is his book, and it's called The 33 Laws of Business and Life. It's not a business strategy book, it's more just a book that will help you with the fundamentals of like your own personal life and like starting out like businesses and things like that. But it isn't a business strategy book at all. Like it literally says this is not a book about business strategy. Strategy changes like the seasons. This is the book about something much more permanent. These are the fundamental laws that will ensure excellence. So this is a book that I'm going to be starting reading in 2024, and I just like the fact that whenever when I open the very first page of it, just in terms of like the actual chapters and the breakdown of the book, he has like the first pillar being the self, the second pillar being the story, the third pillar being the philosophy, and the fourth pillar being the team. And literally when I was having a little read through the different chapters, I was like, okay, this is a book that resonates, and this is a book that I feel like I will get a lot from. So I'm super excited to start this, and these two books essentially were little finds that I found while shopping in Costco. So the Stephen Bartlett book I think was around like $9.99, there was no VAT, and then the journal was around I think maybe like £7 total including VAT, because originally I think it might have been like 4 or 5. But yeah, those two books, when I came across them just before Christmas, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need them in my life for 2024, so here we are. And then the last very thing that I feel like I'm starting my 2024 out with is again like a positive manifestations calendar. This was actually gifted to me by like one of my friends for my birthday present, and I actually can't wait to open it. It says Hello 2024, but on the back it's just very inspirational. Each month it's got like different kind of like nice affirmations and key messaging, and it says things like it's just the beginning, believe in yourself, do what you love, stay focused, be thankful. And like I'm so grateful that my friend did get me this, because like it's one of those ones where I know that she knows me in buying me something like this, because I do really like having positive affirmations around me at all times. I like to have them on my screensaver, on my wallpaper. I like to literally have like photos and prints in my bedroom. I like those kind of things. So really grateful that she did get this for me, and again it's going to go up because we are officially in 2024. I really am a strong believer when it comes to having positive affirmations surrounding yourself and like thinking, seeing and saying those things, and how that reflects into daily life. But essentially these 3 things are going to be like the 3 things that I start off my year with. I have yet to actually sit down and write out my official goals. I don't know where you are with like setting them. I do plan on like building out more content. Definitely going to push forward with YouTube Shorts, because I feel like that's something that you guys really do take to and really do like, but it's producing more long formatted content as well. One thing I did do last year that I'm actually really excited about, and I feel like you guys, if you're aware of it, it might be something that you guys have seen. I actually did a Dear Future Me letter. And when I wrote it in a place of wherever I was in 2023. And I kind of did it in a way of like things that I wanted to see come to life for myself, but things I also wanted to like leave behind and let go and just kind of not progress with anymore. So I'm kind of excited to read that letter to myself, because I know that I was in like a completely different headspace from where I am right now. I actually did that letter quite late. I didn't even think I did that letter until maybe like the middle of January, around like the 18th. So I probably won't get that letter until the 18th because obviously it's a year. But essentially I'm going to actually start one now for my 2025 self, and just kind of again put like my aspirations, dreams, goals, what it is that I'm like planning for myself in that letter. And I do recommend it. Like, I feel like it's one of those things where it's actually quite a nice thing to have, like, from your past self. Like, I don't know, it's a bit of a surreal thing, because as you're writing, you know that you're writing to your future self, but obviously as you're reading from your past self. I just think it's something that's like a really good thing to do for yourself. If you haven't, I'm unaware of that, then I will show you now. So the Dear Future Me is a website. If you go into Google and you type in future me, it then comes up write a letter to your future self. It's the very first link that you will click on, and then in there it basically comes up with writing a letter to your future self, and it literally says Dear Future Me. You can change it to like Dear Future Sinead, Dear Future XYZ, like however you want to leave it, but I think I just left my Dear Future Me. And then you can change the delivery of when you want it, so you can have it delivered in 6 months time, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or you can choose a particular date, and then you can select your audience to be private or public. And then you can make sure you get your letter by sending it to your email, so the letter that I sent to myself last year will come through to my email address. And then you can also choose to send the letter for free, or you can also choose to support the actual platform that the Future Me letter is written on. Like I said, like, I just feel like it's such a good tool to have and to do. At the moment I'm going to very much be doing them like yearly, so I did one last year, I'm going to do one this year, but there might come a time where I'm like, you know what, I want to write myself one for 5 years, I want to write myself one for 10 years, like, I don't know. But last year was my very first year of doing it, and I'm really excited to actually get my letter and see like what I wrote, because I kind of can remember, but I also kind of can't remember. And that's a little bit scary, because like, I don't know, I just know that I was in a completely different headspace, so I'm just interested to know what I actually wrote down. Yeah, essentially those are all the things that I kind of wanted to discuss in this video with you guys today. I wanted to put you guys onto the Dear Future Me, so if you aren't aware of it, that's something that you guys can, I think, can utilize. I also just wanted to share with you the kind of different things that I'm going to be doing for this year in terms of starting out my year. I hope that everyone had a lovely Christmas. I hope that everyone has a happy new year, and I just hope that things improve and get better for everybody. Like, thank you so much for the support over the last year and all the years really since I started my YouTube channel. Like, there's a lot of growth that I've had mostly this year, and I think that's because I've been consistent with putting out my content and like feeding you guys with things that like keep bring me joy, make me happy. So I'm going to continue basically pushing out my content in that way. We are growing in subscribers and we are growing in terms of reach, so I appreciate all of that. So for anyone that's ever shared, commented, liked, subscribed to my channel, even just watching this video right now, it's the first time you're coming across me, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. Here's 2024. Like, if I had a wine glass, you know, girl, I'd be like cheersing, but here is the 2024. I feel like it's going to be a really good year. I know last year maybe had like a lot of ups and downs for everybody. It might have not have gone maybe to plan for everybody, but I do think that this year's going to be like a nicer year. So let's basically make it that. And even if it's not, like, just live in the positive moment. That's all that really matters. So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye.